I want to recognize an organization. We do this every year. It's the Chairman's Award. I want to recognize an organization that really exemplifies the three pillars of philanthropic giving: time, treasure, and talent. And this year, we're recognizing State Street Corporation because not only has State Street Organization given their treasure, they've supported us financially, and they've done so in an incredible way. Over the last few years, nearly $500,000 has come in support of Career Collaborative from State Street. They've done it also. They've also donated their time and their talent. And what I mean is, we've had 3 executives from State Street lead by example and come and volunteer and mock interview it at Career Collaborative. And these are bigwigs at State Street, right? These are people who, when other people at State Street see, well, wow, Scott Carpenter is going to volunteer at Career Collaborative, and Scott's getting involved, he's leading the breakfast committee, and Scott's joining the board. That's meaningful. And so Scott Carpenter, the head of, global head of private equity and real estate and the asset management division, has led by example. Richard Curtis, the VP of Workforce Development, and Paul Francisco, the Chief Diversity Officer and Head of Workforce Programs, have all contributed significantly with their time, talent, and treasure to Career Collaborative. That's not all. So in addition to the time, talent, and treasure, I would say the most important thing is that they have been an employer of our program graduates. And they know that when they get somebody coming out of the Career Collaborative program, these people are motivated, they're hungry, they want a career, not just a job. They want good pay and benefits, but they also want a great culture. And what's really great for us is we spend 2 years following up with that person to make sure that they're successful at State Street. And what we hear back is State Street truly has a great culture and is a great place to work. For us, that's the ultimate. When we have a partner like that, who not only do they donate their time, talent, and treasure, but they enrich the lives of our program participants with a career at a great company with a great culture. That's it. That's what we're striving for. And so it is with great honor that I asked Scott Carpenter to come up and accept the award, the Chairman's Award for Straight, on behalf of State Street. Thank you.
Thank you, Art. All of those State Street bigwigs that Art referenced are not available today, so you're stuck with me. I just wanted to say on behalf of State Street, thank you very much for the recognition, Art and Susan and the rest of the Career Collaborative team. At our firm, we have 4 main constituents that we look to serve well: our shareholders, our customers, our employees, and the communities in which we work. Career Collaborative checks all the boxes that we're trying to come to with that community portion. It's something that's education focused. It's something that is helping diverse members of our community, and it's making a real impact. I'm quite honored to have been asked to join the board earlier this year. I know that my first time that I came into the Career Collaborative office, Susan brought me into one of the classrooms and had everybody stand up and introduce themselves and talk about their background and what they're trying to achieve. And I consider myself a tough guy and a stoic, but I was really moved by the stories that people had, the optimism they had about how they were going to improve their lives, and the genuine belief that Career Collaborative was the partner that was going to help them to achieve that end. So I'm very, very pleased with everything that Career Collaborative is doing in the community. As an employer, and for all the other employers in this room, as Art mentioned, we've hired 9 alumni at Career Collaborative over the last couple of years at State Street. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of them that work in my division. We service, as Art said, private equity, real estate, infrastructure funds. It's very complicated stuff. And I can tell you all here, if you're looking for people, the alumni that come out of this program are extremely capable, and the attitude they bring is phenomenal. Always looking for ways to help, ways to contribute, and ways to help not only our firm and our customers, but how to advance their careers. It's very inspiring stuff, and I just want to say thanks again to Art and Susan for the recognition for State Street. Career Collaborative is terrific, and we're glad to be a partner.
We have so many generous people and organizations here in the room and out there that weren't able to come here today that have supported us. Which brings me to the President's Award. This award is given annually to an individual or company that exemplifies what it means to be a volunteer in terms of both quantity of time, but also, and more importantly, the quality. That's why Santander Bank is a recipient of this year's President's Award. Santander's employees just this year have contributed close to 500 hours of volunteer time. That's doing mock interviews, that's helping to coach. Not insignificant for a small charity like ours. That's 13 weeks, right, Art? That's a whole quarter, right? Full-time equivalent. But more importantly than the time Santander employees have given, it's their expertise that they've shared. I've been there on Fridays when they do mock interviews, and I've heard them, I see them nod. I hear them talking to all of the participants about those awkward questions when they have gaps in their resumes, about answering questions, why did you leave your last job? Even giving retirement advice. It's been invaluable, and to come from a professional like the Santander people, it's unbelievable. You know, we aren't born with those skills, and we don't learn them in school. We don't graduate with them. We have to be taught. And as Art pointed out, we need mentors. We need people to guide us along the way. I'd like right now every single Santander volunteer in the room to stand up, please. Thank you so much. When Jasmine Ramirez sent me I said, send me an email with all the names of the volunteers this year. We had over 120 names of people that volunteered from Santander. So right now, I'd like to welcome Santander Bank's Human Resources Senior Business Partner, Joseph Bly, to the stage to accept the award.
I'm very honored to be able to accept this award on behalf of volunteers from Santander. I'm just the guy that accepts the award, and I was going to ask everyone to stand from Santander, but you've already done that. But, big thank you to the volunteers. Very much appreciated. Santander is a bank that's been around here for a while. It's had many different names over the course of a number of years. We're headquartered out of Madrid, Spain. But this is definitely a U.S. bank. We have community roots across our footprint, and this year we're expected to log about 13,000 hours of volunteerism just on initiatives that are focused on career advancement and financial education and awareness of community members. And I think that's important to note because we're working on our brand, and we want people to know that we're U.S.-centric and invested in the community. I look forward to working more with the organization as we go to the next phase of our involvement in the community, and we're going to deepen our relationship and commitment over the years to come. So thank you for the award on behalf of especially the volunteers. Thank you.
Collaboration. It means giving up. It means sharing. It means taking on somebody else under your wing. One person made that look easy this year, and that's David D'Arcangelo, who's the director of the Massachusetts Office on Disability. David and I chatted at a couple of events. He said, I'm curious about your place. He actually came over, spent an hour and a half. He was only supposed to be there 45 minutes. And you know what he did? He made a commitment. He said, I'm coming back with Rita, and we're going to show you guys what we know. And he did for 3 hours. He did an ADA training so that we could reach something that we were talking about. We wanted to envision a program that reaches a wider expanse of employment. This award recognizes an individual or group who exceeded expectations in contributing to the work required to assist people in building careers that change lives and strengthen families. David, you and your team are driven to bring equal access to employment to all citizens of Massachusetts. And for working generously with Career Collaborative on a new program that we're going to launch in 2018 that's going to further expand access to employment. It's my honor on behalf of the board and our staff, who still calls David for advice, by the way, based on that 3 hours. I'd like to award you the Community Collaborator of the Year.
I'd like to thank Governor Baker really for giving me the opportunity to be the director of the Office on Disability. So on behalf of the Baker-Polito administration, thank you, everybody here, for what you're doing daily to improve the lives of people throughout the Commonwealth through your mission. I celebrate you and your work, so thank you very much for that. I'd also like to acknowledge my boss who's here today, Secretary Heffernan, Michael Heffernan, Secretary of the I know how busy your schedule is, Secretary, so I really appreciate it. He's not doing anything important like putting together the $40 billion state budget or anything, so, but thank you so much. I won't take too much time, but I do want to share the passion and the vision that we saw together, Susan and myself and our staffs. And really what we've been doing is trying to help build some of the data points. As state government, we really have some access to data that we're now bringing to bear for you and your constituents and your clients at Career Collaborative. You know, something my colleague Richard Curtis knows, who we see each other at many events, 2/3 of all working age people with disabilities right now are not in the labor force. That's nearly 250,000 working age people with disabilities that are not in the labor force. And I'm passionate about changing that. We're really going to try to make inroads to that. As a person with a disability, as the father of a daughter with a disability, as the brother of a person with a disability, disability is my life. And really trying to promote equal access and opportunity in a way that fosters dignity and self-determination. So much of your mission shares with much of our mission. And again, I just really want to thank everybody here for the opportunity to be with you today and to assure you that we're going to certainly build on the collaborations that we've started and really try to make sure that Career Collaborative and the Mass Office on Disability can improve the human condition for all of our people throughout the Commonwealth. So thank you again so much. I'm honored to accept this. Thank you.
So this morning, our keynote is going to be a panel discussion, and I'd like to ask Liz Bradley, who's our co-chair of the Breakfast Committee, to come up. She is going to be the moderator. Liz works at Boston Business Journal. And if our alumni panelists would also join us at the stage, please.
We kind of did a little pivot this year. Instead of doing a keynote, we realized that we already have a ton of people that can really tell a great story that's compelling, that can really show you what Career Collaborative does and how it impacts people's lives. And so we're gonna, I'm gonna ask all of our panelists today to introduce themselves and give you a little overview of why they went to Career Collaborative, what they've done since, and then we'll do a little deep diving. And
I decided to attend Career Collaborative. Great career program that focuses on the success of other people. After graduating with a college degree, 2-year college degree in finance, I found myself going from a dead job to another dead job. Having a daughter, giving up wasn't an option. So when people ask me why I took the step to go to Career Collaborative, it's because of her. I can say that she did it. Decided to give her a better life, but most importantly, the importance of showing her that even though life is not easy, you keep fighting. You keep getting up, and when life knocks you down, most importantly, when their hard work pays off. Yes. After 3 weeks in the program, I was offered a job work for People at a bank as a bank teller. After being there for a year, I finally got a job offer in the company that I wanted to work for a long time, State Street. A company, I've been there for almost 3 years, and I love my job. I want to thank you guys for all the support that you have given me. You often say that it's a 2-year mentoring. It's not. It's a lifetime. I've been there for almost 4 years, and I can go to you guys for everything. Thank you very much for everything you have done for me. And you guys are the best thing that ever happened to me. Just don't tell my wife and my kids to.
I graduated this program in Career Cooperative 2 years ago. So I went to the program to get help a job search. So they helped me to writing cover letters, and they helped me preparing resume, and also practicing and prepare for interview. So also, and they helped me to get a job in the hospital, in Newton Wesley Hospital. So after I get the job, they, excuse me, they provide me a career coach for 2 years. Even the 2 years is done, career cooperative is like as a family member. So by the help of career cooperative, me and my husband are working with stable and a great organization by our profession. We are happy in our job. We are happy in our job, both me and my husband. We got promotion in our job after 1 year service. Now economically we are in a good condition at this time. When I came the first time in Career Cooperative before 2 years ago, and after that my husband is working in the hospital too. He tried to apply so many jobs, he didn't get that, so I told him to go to Career Cooperative to apply for the program. Then after he go to the program, they are so nice. Just I don't have a word to explain for Career Cooperative. It's those are part of my life, and they support my family. And also to give my husband in State Street Corporation, and he promoted after 1 year service. So I will say thank you, Career Cooperative, for all your support to my family, to me and my husband. And I need to know people to get to the program is because they help you to get a dream job. Because my husband, he gets his dream job, he needs to work as a State Street, his financial report. So I'm so happy with that. And also people to know to get to that program, to go to the program, they help to build that career and to support the families. So that's all. Thank you so much.
My name is Roy. I came to this country 8 years ago, and I remember walking into a temp agency, and I told them I want a job, and I met this guy called Scott Melissa, and he sent me straight to Career Cooperative, and I went through the program. It got me my first job at the Fairbar, and then after a while was a temp job, then from there I moved to the Federal Reserve, and then to State Street. They said the mentorship lasts for 2 years, but it's been 8 years. I I walk into the office without getting notice and talk to anybody I want. I went through the program, and one of the most important things that they do is putting you through a mentorship program to find your mentor. So when they ask you, what do you want to do? What are your career goals? You know, what interests you? I thought it was a joke initially, and they put me onto a mentor, Mike Forrester, and I'm really grateful to him, to the program, and to my and everything that I know now through the program. And through the people I've met and I've worked with, makes me appreciate more the things that I don't know and the things that I don't know. So it's been wonderful. It's been a great experience. Coming from where I came from, everything is done the opposite of how it's done here. But they taught me everything from handshake to eye contact to resume edit, everything. I can't be more grateful.
Hi everybody, my name is Olga and I'm also a participant, and thank you everybody for sharing your story. It's very important that people who are here today really understand firsthand how this place works. And my story is I am an immigrant, and I'm also a single mother who was at home for about 3 years, and I had no all my experience, my work experience, my education is from the country where I was born. So when it was time for me to get back to work, I was lost. I didn't know what to do, where to go. I had no network, no connections. I had no idea how a resume is done, and I was at a loss. I was forwarded to Career Collaborative among other places, and I started immediately in the program, and I was amazed by how different the approach in Career Collaborative is from any other place, any other job search program that I've seen. They inspired me. They showed me that all the things that I thought I couldn't do and all the obstacles that I thought were in my way, they're not important and they're not relevant, and they showed me yes, I can do things that I wanted to do, and they showed me how to do them. And they continue showing them as I go to work every day. And I communicate with Susan, I communicate with Rochelle, who's my coach, and she's amazing, and she's always there. And the 2-year support program lie that they keep telling you is just a story. I haven't been there for 2 years, but I know that everybody who once was there keeps coming back 2 years, 10 years, and I'm told that the very first participant in Career Collaborative, Susan, you were right, it is a hard word, is still actively involved, and it's been for that person over 20 years. So 2 years is just the start.